Nagbabalik po ang CyberChat Season 2. Katatapos lang nating ma-interview ang isang master trainer about ACSP. Ngayon naman, kausapin naman natin ang Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center o CICC. At sila ang ating interviewin, partner.
But before that, gaano naman ba kaalam ng mga kabataan ang cyber threats at alam kaya nila ang CICC or ang Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center? Here's Icon and Lay to vlog in and vlog out.
Cyber Amazing Day Philippines!
At ganon din sa mga kabayan natin abroad. Ngayong araw, samahan nyo kaming maglibot-libot,
Magpaikot-ikot!
at magtanong-tanong dito sa paboritong tambayan ng kabataan sa Metro, ang Bonifacio Global City.
Samahan ninyo kami as we explore and find some friends na may isasalang natin para sa maikli lang namang tanungan. Tara, simulan na natin!
Ano pong mga pangalan nyo?
I'm Bernard. I'm Sybil.
My name is Danica Alvarez po. Sandara po.
I'm CJ po. My name is Michael Prince Bueno.
Nija.
Rihanna.
Ano pong school nyo po and ano pong course nyo?
STI College Global City.
STI Global po.
CIS po. Nantay Covenant Montessori School. Same lang po.
Asian Christian Technological School Colleges. I'm taking Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management.
Senior high grade po.
Naisip nyo na bang i-take information technology?
Hindi po.
Gusto ko rin mag-IT. Consider naman po siya kaso half-half lang.
Hindi po. Kasi po, may kakalala po akong IT student sa STA and nahihirapan din po sila. Paano pa po kaya ako?
Pwede naman po for educational purposes.
Kasi gusto ko yung computers.
Part ng choices ko po, course ng college, yung IT.
Para sa akin po kasi hindi po yun yung goal ko para sa college.
Familiar ka ba sa cyber threats?
Yes po.
Opo.
Yes po.
Magbigay ka nga ng dalawa.
Yung mga text po,
Scamming po.
Sa cyberbullying din.
Virus.
yung cyber phishing ba po, yung kapag kukuha ng bank number. Phishing and cyberbullying.
Gaano kahalaga yung awareness ng Pilipino sa mga ganong cyber threats?
Actually, as Filipino, we need to pay attention po dito po sa cyber threats. Nagiging advanced yung technology natin na kailangan natin maging aware. Mostly, ginagamit ng mga teenagers like us.
Hindi nila masyadong alam yung mga ganitong bagay.
Madalas natin siya na sa news or kaya sa online.
May madalas na-scam na
Nakaranas na po ng hacking ganun po. Yung sa account ko po, nakakuha ng mga sensitive ganun po.
Kung naging biktima ka sa isa sa mga to, na sana naman hindi mangyari, sa palagay mo, saan ka dapat pumunta para magsumbong?
Ano lang po muna, barangay. Sa NBI po. Hindi ko po pinaalam sa parents.
I'm not sure po, pero sa bank, kunyari na ano ka ng cyber phishing, mag-call ka pa sa bank.
Pag sa school po, sa teacher o sa principal po.
specialist sa mga police, crime, mga NBI.
Alam nyo ba or familiar ba kayo sa CICC or Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center?
Personally po, hindi po masyado, pero I've heard of it. Ngayon ko lang po narinig.
Personally naman, narinig ko na lang din siya.
Hindi po ako familiar.
Hindi po. Alam ko lang po yung sa police, sa NBI, yun lang po alam.
Yung interview na ginawa ni Icon at ni Lay sa Bonifacio Global City, sa BGC,
Ay, oo.
di ba yung results ng survey, pinakita na-indicate na most of the students would consider but not pursue IT as their course in college. Saka yung mga interviewin natin, they know about cyber threats, may idea sila, pero masyadong broad yung information na alam nila.
Na maaring yung mga na-interview, no, maaring naririnig nila pero hindi nila in passing, parang okay, yun lang yung nangyayari, pero ano bang danger dito? Ano bang mangyayari sa amin? I think hindi yan isa doon sa nakikita.
Hindi nila naunawaan kung paano sila matatarget, paano matatarget yung mga younger siblings nila, no?
Oo, kasi usually, partner, lalo na pag nasa grooming stage, hindi mo alam na biktima ka na pala ng cybercrime.
Right.
Na doon pa lang, inaatake ka na, pero akala mo, friendship mo yung kausap mo. Kahit hindi mo kilala yan sa loob ng internet. Di ba?
Saka yung concept kasi nila ng morality na distort little by little. So, na-normalize yung mga aberrations, yung mga abnormal talaga dapat sa isang pamilya o sa society.
Totoo. Tapos, alam nila, I'm sure, alam silang mga batas. For example, alam nila yung child abuse.
Pero hindi nila alam kung ano yung contents.
Exactly. Perhaps, isa sa challenging occasion sa ganitong sitwasyon ng mga kabataan ngayon. Yung, ako sa community level, itong mga tanong ko alam nyo ba kung anong i-report nyo? Alam nyo ba kung saan kayo magre-report? Kilala nyo ba kung sino ang pagre-reportan ninyo? Yan ang mga factors na makikita mo sa community level, katulad ng mga in-interview nila, no? Na dyan dapat natatarget natin yung kanilang awareness dyan, partner.
Kailangan talagang palawakin ng information dissemination. Hindi tayo pwedeng pakampante. Saka, di ba, na-indicate din ng results ng survey na marami sa mga students na ito, they would go to NBI para mag-report if they experience firsthand the cyber threats. Pag firsthand. Exactly.
Tapos, ang isa pa dito, merong isang ahensya ng gobyerno na hindi din nila alam, di ba? Yung CICC, ano nga yun, partner?
Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center.
Yan. Isa yun doon sa dapat na alam ng marami sa ating mga kabataan na gumagamit ng internet na merong isang ahensya ng gobyerno na empowered ng ating batas, no? Yung 11930 na ito.
Kaya nga bumisita ang ating cyber patroller na si Lay at ang ating side vlogger na si Icon sa CICC. Nakakatuwa talagang kahit papaano ay aware ang ating kabataan about this issue. But that's really unfortunate, no? Na ang respondents natin didn't have an idea about what CICC is.
Partner, correct ka dyan. Yun nga yung dahilan kung ba't nagpunta sila Lay at si Icon kasama ang ating cyber chat kada to interview the Undersecretary of CICC, also in Taguig. Here's their interview with Yusek Alex Ramos in Cyber Patrol.
Cyber Amazing Day Chatters! Ako po, si Icon Monique.
At ako naman si Leon Lim at nandito tayo ngayon sa Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center.
At papasukin natin ngayon ang National Cybercrime Hub upang kausapin ang Undersecretary ng CICC. Tara, samahan nyo kami!
Tara, let's go!
Today, we are here at the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center. At we are very honored and pleased to have someone na mayroon lang namang 3 decades of experience when it comes to cybercrime investigation. At he is also former senior cybersecurity advisor at DICT.
Good morning again, Lay, Icon. Equally, I'm very happy na nandito kayo, makapag-reach out tayo sa kabataan, no? Hindi lahat ng pag sinabi mong cybercrime, mabigat na agad. There are other things that we can do lightly and resolve quietly.
Maaari po bang bumati rin po tayo sa ating mga viewers here and abroad?
Hi, good morning and welcome to the CICC National Cybercrime Hub. We are here to offer our services for everyone and welcome to everyone.
Maraming salamat po at welcome din po dito ngayon sa Cyber Chat.
Okay.
And again, we are very much thankful po and we wanted to start this discussion with the blast. Kaya we wanted to start with the question, what is the need to establish the CICC po when there's already an established cybersecurity bureau attached to the DICT po?
Well, let's take it from the top, no? CICC was first created ahead of the ICT. CICC was established or conceptualized way back in 2010 when there was a rapid number of incidents hitting the financial market. So, as early as 2010, established na ang CICC. Unlike ang DICT was only established 4 years after. So, una nabuo ang CICC. Maybe the question is, why establish CICC when we have the PNPs and the cybercrime group, when we have the regional cybercrime units of the PNP, and we have the NBI, yung Anti-Cybercrime and Transnational Center. We must remember na ang police natin, ang NBI, nasa traditional crimes sila. Okay? So, very new tayo sa field of cybercrimes. And CICC is not only a regular agency. It is an agency created by law specific to ensure na na-address ang issues of cybersecurity, cybercrimes, meron tayong monitoring, integrated approach, okay? So, it has to be a cohesive effort to bring into the table for the government. Coordinating center is one of its mandates according to the law. It doesn't interfere, it doesn't compete with any other government agency. It is uniquely designed by the government to have a cohesive approach to cybercrimes and cybersecurity. Yung mga hindi nako-cover nitong other agencies are relegated to CICC. Importante yon kasi merong disconnect ang effort. There is a wastage of government resources. Kailangan mai-match mo siya, maitahim siya so that maximum utilization of government resources is fighting cybercrime is in place. Right example, right now, we are implementing the law, creating CICC, so we are flexing. Unlike before, at a law sila, ano ba ang papel ng CICC? Another police unit? No, we're not a police unit. We are the primary, the word is primary, coordinating unit for this. But at the same time, meron tayong expertise level na hindi nagagampanan ng ating mga kapulisan, ng ating NBI, no? By adapting to the trends and technologies, medyo mas focus si CICC in ensuring that we can support our law enforcement agencies and other agencies na may problema o may pangangailangan to combat cybercrime or to increase their capability on cybersecurity. Ang positioning niya nandito sa gitna between your problem and the solution. Yan si CICC.
Oh, I see po. Nabanggit niyo po kanina, kino-cover po ng CICC yung mga hindi po nako-cover ng iba pong law enforcement groups. Can you share specific examples po ng mga kino-cover po ng CICC na hindi po kino-cover ng ibang groups?
Isa sa very glaring. Alam natin, merong agency, may silent na tinatawag natin. Silent competition between agencies. So, minsan hindi sila nagsishare ng data. Minsan, the same case, ang kanilang pinag-uusapan. So, nagkakaroon ng competition na hindi maganda. What we're saying is that hindi maximizing resources. You're wasting a lot of energy, man hours, no? When they try to solve a crime. Kung nag-share kaya sila ng data, siguro mas mabilis. And we have a proof of concept. No? Ang proof of concept namin is by establishing the National Cybercrime Hub. Ang law, sabi, Primary Coordinating Center. And we collect data. We remove the data silos between agencies. Example natin, yung kidnapping, hirap yung AKG, hirap yung other police units trying to cope and rescue the victim. Lumapit sila kay CICC na lang. Halika rito, dito tayo mag-usap. So, tinahitahin namin ng mga info nila, data. Oh, ito, we have a clearer view of the situation. In fact, yung kakulangan nila, hirap kami, sir, mag-track down. Hirap kami mag-analyze sa mga technical data. Bakit? Nasa isang agency yung technical capability, yung isa operation sa kidnapping. So, hindi nila. So, pumasok si CICC, in-ensure namin na yung data na yun will be available to the concerned agencies. That's why in 6 days, na-solve yung kidnapping case. Let me give you a graphic representation where CICC sits. Familiar kayo sa ano, 'di ba? Yung PCB, yung computer board, no? Ating CPU. Hindi ba the heart and soul of all of these chips passing through different functions and data dumadaan sa processor. And the processor binuboost niya yung functionalities na to. So CICC is like that. With the different chips, like agencies with different functions. Dadaan sila kay CICC. CICC will pass it on. No, walang problema, mabilis ang pasahan ng data, no? We created the IR to, Interagency Response Center. May metric system siya. Dati regular call center lang yan eh. Sabi nga, hindi po pwedeng call center lang. Napaka-stagnant, di ba? Let's make it more active. It should be responsive to the public's needs. So, ginawa namin is, number 1, we increase manpower. Number 2, hindi lang 1326. We have the 3 telcos there. And then we also have a chatbot. You can chat and somebody will respond to you. You text, somebody will respond to you. You call somebody. So, walang binabayaran ng publiko. Okay, when you call, tutulong sa'yo. The objective is if we can, kasi nga ang cybercrime, mabilis mangyari. Time is an element that is very important in solving cybercrime.
Doon po sa mga cybercrimes ngayon, sa kasalukuyan, para lang din po sa kaalaman ng ating audience, saan po ba dapat unang mag-report kapag po naging biktima ng mga ganitong uri ng cybercrimes?
Okay, as far as cybercrimes are concerned, you can report anywhere, no? Kung saan madali at accessible sa isang individual victim. Pwedeng sa nearest police station. In fact, yung barangay, pinag-aaralan namin, will be another center for reporting. Okay? Kasi sila yung pinakamalapit eh. Ang objective natin is simplify the reporting system. So, kami sa CICC, considering na borderless itong crime, so, yung IARC namin has a reporting system. Okay? Nabanggit ko na meron kaming hotline number, yung 1326, and then meron tayong specific for Globe, Smart, and Dito na mga numbers where they can call or chat also. And we have our chatbot, which is accessible online sa aming Facebook account, sa messenger namin, makikita yan. Nasa web page namin.
What is your call to action po sa ating mga kababayan na nanonood po dito sa atin?
For everybody, take note, technology is here, hindi natin pwedeng atrasan at hindi mawawala yan. Be prepared to embrace technology. At the same time, be prepared to protect yourself. Ang ating individuality rito, dapat wag mawala. Our personal information, we protect it because data is now a commodity. And the only way to protect is if we work together. Huwag kayong mahihiya mag-report kung may problema kayo. To address all of these issues, you need everyone. And no man is an island. And nobody is left behind, so to speak. So, dapat sama-sama talaga tayo rito. And we welcome anyone who has something in mind. Please visit our National Cybercrime Hub. We have the facility here for everyone. Kung meron kayong magandang idea, sige, pag-usapan natin to.
Grabe. Maraming salamat, Yusek Alex, para po sa insightful na usapan po natin ngayong araw. Baka po merong kayong gustong i-plug, especially yung social media accounts po ng CICC as well as yung official webpage po.
Well, you can see behind me, no? We have our contact details here. And you can reach out to us. We are accessible in different platforms. Even QR codes are available. And we try to reach out to everyone, no? Isa pa pala paalala, yung mga budding online entrepreneurs, no? You have to register too. Kayo mismo nabibiktima yan, na-fake kayo eh. And to protect you, you need the government to protect you. So you also register so that you can avail of a lot of government services to ensure na yung negosyo nyo mas lalo pang lumago at safe hindi yung napepeke kayo online na tulad ng nangyari dyan sa iba. Okay?
Andito ang CICC na handa laging tumulong para sa atin. Kailangan natin i-follow ang kanilang mga pages.
Maraming salamat po, Yusek Alex.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for this opportunity.